We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Today I am going to explain the process scheduling algorithms. The process scheduling algorithm is divided into main 2 parts. First one is with arrival time and second one is without arrival time. And there are main 4 process scheduling algorithms. First one is FCFS, second one is SJF, third one is priority, and last one is RR. Then first one is FCFS. The full form of FCFS is a first come first serve. Second one is SJF. SJF means shortest job first. Third one is priority, and last one is RR. RR means round robin. Okay, and SJF is further divided into main 2 part. First one is preemptive and second one is non-preemptive. And priority algorithm is divided into main 2 part. First one is max priority and second one is min priority. And max priority is further divided into main 2 part: preemptive priority algorithm and non-preemptive priority algorithm. And min priority algorithm is also further divided into main 2 part: preemptive priority algorithm and non-preemptive priority algorithm. And last one is RR. RR means round robin. Okay, so let us start with first algorithm, FCFS, with arrival time and without arrival time. Okay, so let us start with concept of FCFS with one example. FCFS, first come first serve. It is also called as a FIFO, first in first out. Okay, so my question is, for FCFS, consider the following set of process that arrives at the time 0 with the length of the CPU burst given in the millisecond. Okay, so at the last calculate the average waiting time. Okay, so in the question there are main 3 processes, P1, P2 and P3, and as per the table each and every process have its own burst time. So P1, the burst time of P1 is 14, P2 is equal to 2 and P3, for P3 is a 4. Okay, so burst time, CPU time, run time, these all values are same. Okay, so this is the question for the FCFS. Okay, so here the main point is the arrival time of all the process is equal to 0. So we considered the arrival time for all processes is a 0. Okay, so this example is the FCFS without arrival time. Okay, so we follow the step for FCFS without arrival time. Okay, because all the processes has same value, arrival time value is a same. Okay, it's a 0. Okay, so let us start with first FCFS. So here based on the FCFS we execute all the process based on their request. Okay, so here P1, first the P1 process comes to the system for execution. So we consider the first process P1. Okay, my starting value is a 0, so here the start value is 0. I consider the first process P1, and P1, the total burst time of the P1 is 14. So 0 plus 14. So here end value of the P1 is equal to 14. So for execution of the P1, start with the time 0 and end with the time 14. Okay, then after P2 comes to the into the system. So then after P2, so starting value of the P2 is 14. Then after, the total burst time of the P2 is equal to 2. So here 14 plus 2 total burst time, so 14 plus 2 equal to 16. So end time of the P2 is equal to 16. Okay, and P3, the P3 for P3, the burst time, run time, and execution time, so it is equal to 4. So 16 plus 4 is equal to 20. Okay, so here starting value of the P3 is equal to 16 and end value of the P3 is equal to 20. Okay, so in the exam, in all the method, in all the scheduling algorithms, we find out the waiting time and the turnaround time. Okay, so first, how to calculate the waiting time, and second question is how to calculate the turnaround time. So for the waiting time, there is one equation for the waiting time. Is equation is a equation is for P1, for waiting time for P1 is equal to P1 starting value of the P1, so is equal to 0. So here I put the 0 minus arrival time, so starting value of the P1 minus arrival time, so 0 minus 0 plus P2, because my second process is a P2, so starting value of the P2 is equal to 14. So here I put the 14 minus arrival time, so it's a 0 plus P3. The starting value of the P3 is equal to 16 minus arrival time, so 16 minus 0. So total 0 plus 14 plus 16 is 16. So here I find out the average. So divided by total number of processes. So here I put the 3. Okay, so 30 divided by 3 and the average waiting time is equal to 10. Okay, and then after, how to calculate the turnaround time. So for the turnaround time, there is one equation. So it is a turnaround time is equal to waiting time plus burst time. So we already find out the waiting time. Okay, so find waiting time plus burst time. Burst time, it is already given in the question. Okay, so in the table. Okay, so waiting time, let us start with turnaround time. Okay, so our average turnaround time is equal to waiting time plus burst time. So for P1, the waiting time of P1 is equal to 0. Okay, so waiting time of P1 equal to 0, waiting time of P2 equal to 14, and waiting time of P3 is equal to 16. So waiting time of P1, so 0 plus, it's a burst time. So 0 plus 14 is equal to 14 plus waiting time of P2. So waiting time of P2 is equal to 14. 14 plus its burst time. Burst time is already given in the table. So it's a 2. So 14 plus 2 is equal to 16 plus 20. So 16. So here the waiting time of the P3 is equal to 16. 16 plus burst time of P3, so 16 plus 4, so is equal to 20, then divided by 3 number of processes. So at last we can find the average turnaround time 16.66. So this method is FCFS with without arrival time. Okay, because all the processes have the same value of the arrival time is equal to 0. Okay, so let us next method, FCFS with arrival time. Okay, so difference between both method is in the table, there are main 4 processes, and burst time is 6 to 8 to 4. Okay, and there is also require one values, it is a arrival time of all the processes. Okay, so in the table it is already given. Arrival time for P1 is equal to 0, arrival time P2 is equal to 1, then P3 to P4 3. So there is a difference between FCFS with arrival time and without arrival time is, in the FCFS without arrival time, all the process arrival time, the value of the arrival time of all the processes are 0, and FCFS with arrival time, in the FCFS with arrival time, the value of the arrival time of all the processes is given in the table. Okay, so each and every process have its own arrival time, okay, in the FCFS with arrival time. Okay, so we process this FCFS with same as the FCFS without arrival time. Okay, that is that is first of all first process is a P1. Okay, so start with 0, then P1, and 0 plus burst time, sorry, yes, 0 plus burst time of P1, so 0 plus 6 is equal to 6. Then after P2, the starting value is P2 is equal to 6, then the burst time of the P2 is equal to 2, so 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. Okay, then after P3, so P3, the starting value of the P3 is 8, and 8 plus 8 burst time, so 8 plus 8 is equal to 16. Okay, and last one is P4, the starting value of the P4 is 16, and 16 plus 4 is equal to 20. Okay, so we consider the FCFS concept. Okay, so at last, okay, we find out the waiting time of all the process. So equation of the waiting time of all the process, the equation is a for P1, the starting value of the P1 minus arrival time of P1. So starting value is a 0, so 0 minus arrival time of P1, so it is also already given in the table. So arrival time of the P1 is equal to 0, so 0 minus 0 plus P for P2. So starting value of the P2 is equal to 6. 6 minus arrival time of P2. So it's a 1. So 6 minus 1 plus 8 starting value of the P3. So here I put the 8. 8 minus arrival time of P3. Arrival time P3 is equal to 2. So 8 minus 2 plus for P4, starting value of the P4 is equal to 16. 16 minus arrival time of P4 is equal to 3. Okay, so divided by 4 means we can find out the average value. So total number of processes, it's a 4, so I put the 4. So at last I average waiting time is equal, so waiting time is equal to 6. Okay, so then after at last we can find out the turnaround time. So for the turnaround time, the equation for the turnaround time, the equation of the turnaround time is equal to waiting time plus arrival time. So waiting time of all the process plus waiting time of all the arrival time. Okay, sorry, arrival time of all the process. Okay, so waiting time of P1 is equal to 0. We have already find okay, find out. So 0 for a waiting time of P1 is equal to 0, for P2 5, P3 6, P4 13. Okay, so we put this all the waiting time value into the into this position. Okay, so 0 plus so here 5 and 6 and 13. So waiting time plus arrival time. So arrival time is already given in the table. Okay, so 6, 2, 8 and 4. Okay, so okay, so we can find out at last turnaround time. Okay, so based on these both matter. Okay, sorry, there is one mistake, it is not a arrival time, it is a burst time. Okay, so waiting time plus burst time. So here I put the burst time 0, waiting time 0, 5, 6 and 13, and plus burst time. Okay, so my burst time is already given in the table, so it's a 6, 2, 8 and 4, and divided by total number of processes, so its value is equal to 11. So average turnaround time, so here turnaround time is equal to waiting time plus burst time. Okay, so I have completed FCFS with arrival time and without arrival time. Okay.